Welcome to the world's first straight talk Solarcast. This is your go-to podcast for answers about solar. Brought to you by Solar Harmonics in Northern California, who invite their customers to own their energy by purchasing a solar panel system for their home, business, or farm. Each episode, we discuss questions facing people making the decision to go solar. The solutions to your questions are given to you straight by one of the leading experts in the solar industry, Jamie Duran, president of Solar Harmonics. Feel free to search our library for answers to questions that you're facing when considering solar. And now, here's Adam Duran, our host with the questions, and Jamie Duran, our solar expert with Straight Talk Solarcast.
Hello, Jamie.
Hello, Adam.
How's everything in the land of solar this week?
Action-packed, as usual.
Really? February.
I know. It's, this new administration really, we could do this podcast every day on the impact of what happened today and the impact on solar. But
wow.
Kind of the big ones, the tariffs on steel and aluminum. So solar panels, not really made with steel, but made with a lot of aluminum. And so the racking system, the roof attachments, the solar panel frames themselves are all made out of aluminum. And so we're watching that pretty closely because that would have a pretty big effect on every single solar panel that's made, because we don't make a lot of aluminum here in the US. So we get it elsewhere. And even if the panels are assembled here, that raw material comes from somewhere else. So that's a big one. And so anyone who has a solar proposal in their hot little hand right now, I'd act quick, because probably I would say in the next 30 to 60 days at most, we'll be reviewing and increasing the costs on those proposals. So I thought tariffs weren't supposed to hurt the American consumer, Adam. What happened with that? Fascinating.
Anywho, I have no idea, Jamie. I'm just a messenger, just like you.
Well,
who knows?
It is fascinating because, it's supposed to, I don't know how we're supposed to start digging our own aluminum out of the ground, but I imagine that's a way something's going to happen. But
probably in Greenland. In Greenland, there's probably plenty of aluminum up there, or in Mexico, or Canada.
Canada has all the aluminum. Excellent.
52nd state.
Yes. Well, they better get on that then. Holy cow. It's just the economy, or the economic theory of these folks seems a little, maybe they should test it out on something else before trashing a whole industry. Maybe the oil industry would be affected by some oil subsidies or the oil tariffs. How about that? In any event,
thank you.
Crazy. But more locally, back in November, our governor, Newsom, directed the CPUC to write, that he wanted to know why in the world electricity prices keep going up, or energy prices keep going up. And so the CPUC finally came out with their report, CPUC, California Public Utilities Commission, put out their report on why electricity prices, mainly electricity prices, are coming up, or been going up, and going up dramatically. And what do you think some of the reasons are?
Solar customers.
Solar is part of it for sure.
Yes, I knew it. It's all you guys.
It is funny because the utilities are saying they have to. There's a lot more staffing involved with solar, which is true. But there was no benefit that was, the math on it. Solar relieves the utilities from having to purchase more power outside the state or outside their local service, because of, when it's hottest, that's when people run air conditioning the most, but that's when solar is producing the most. And this last year, we had an excess of solar power that just went nowhere. But that nowhere. Well, yeah, we had excess power during, I believe it was April and October of last year, where there was more solar power produced, that they could use at one time. So they couldn't direct it to commercial for some reason. But
what?
I think
Wait, what?
They're working. Yeah. Anywho,
big news.
Not that big, but because it wasn't very much. But what was interesting was that the state didn't have to go out, or PG&E didn't have to go to other states to buy this electricity. And so it saved the ratepayers way, way more than what the solar cost was. So if we include that, solar is saving the utilities a ton of money. And so then the CPUC also said that there were solar subsidies, and that has to relate to there's different. So, like if you have a multi-unit home project and it's a low income, you can actually get rebates for that. And so a lot of state agencies take advantage of those. So they want to eliminate those. And
of course.
And the solar industry is saying, hey, why are we trying to penalize people for, I thought our goal or our mission was to reduce greenhouse gases, and we need to be fully renewable by 2045, and we have all these electric cars coming online, and we're just taxing the the utilities when people could be actually producing their own power. And we got a lot of blinky eyes back, and not what didn't go the solar way, but they kind of forgot about that part as well. And so it's fascinating. But so Newsom, no response from his office yet on this report. But we're kind of and of course the utilities are pointing to the wildfires, which have been tremendous, and then now there's a lot of wildfire prevention that they're spending tons of money on. And at the same time, PG&E posted over $2 billion profit for last year. So
that's good. At least somebody
somebody's
came
making
out on
some
top.
money. Yeah.
Yay!
So if you are a solar customer upset about PG&E, I encourage you to buy some of their stock, and then if it does well, then you do well.
Done. Wow!
All right, good job, Adam. How's it doing?
Yeah, I haven't looked in years. I don't know.
Okay. Yes. Good way to do it. And then the last thing the utilities spent a ton of money on was updating their transmission and distribution systems, which you know all about because that's
good.
They upgraded the transformer at the HOA where you are, and how much was that? Anyway, it was because the HOA had to pay for it. That was kind of funny, and so that didn't help PG&E's argument here. But
wait a second. Okay.
But PG&E increased electricity rates 5 times in 2024 after the CPUC approved additional plans, and they reduced rates only one time, a 9% drop in July. When one of the programs went away, but so pretty crazy, and there's lots and lots. So another interesting thing was that 20% of PG&E ratepayers are not current with their PG&E bill. Which,
what?
Yeah.
Don't they turn off your power?
Eventually, they do, and so when you have 20% of your clients who are struggling to keep float, they're really trying to push these people to the CARE program, which is their low-income program. But if you don't qualify, then you still owe all that money. Then they also will put people on payment plans. And so that doesn't stop you from using power today. That just says, all the power that you've used in previous months we'll spread that out over the next year. And so, in addition to what you're paying now, you get $200 to $300 on top of that. And if you have a giant solar true-up bill, they will spread that out as well, but no interest on that, Adam. So you got that going for you. But it's pretty crazy. And so we're seeing already in February, we're having quite a few companies, quite a few individuals, people that we've been talking to for 5-7 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, are saying, I can't go through another summer like this. We need to get solar, and we need to do it right now. So, Yep. But if you'd have done it a couple of years ago, but they don't want to hear that. It's painful today.
Yes. Never been a better time than now.
Oh my God.
What you always
exactly.
say.
And, we're having so many people, it's heartbreaking because so many people did go with companies that are no longer in business, and their systems aren't working, or they don't have permission to operate. We helped one client who she had her system installed in 2023, and it was with SunPower, and they went out of business, and her system's just been sitting there. She's been paying the full electricity bill, and then she is also paying her loan bill as well. So at least she didn't lease it, so for more than 2 years. And so we started in October, but we finally got her system approved by PG&E this week. And now we're trying to figure out how we're supposed to. Only the installer in the SunPower system can turn on the battery, and there's nobody to turn it on, and we don't have access and so forth. So we're seeing now what. And so, that's right. But if there's a power outage, in theory, her battery should work. But right now it just says, please activate. And the only way to do it is through the app. And we don't have the, that SunPower installer app. So we're figuring it out, but at least we got the PG&E approval part done. So she can actually generate power and get credit on the excess power under the NEM 2.0 program, which was shocking. I didn't think that was going to happen at all, but thank you, PG&E. If you're listening to this podcast, we appreciate you helping out this poor client who's been through the ringer. And boy, oh boy, it's always exciting.
Jamie, we know they listen to us because they named a podcast that they do after us.
You are correct. There is a Straight Talk PG&E. I haven't seen an episode in months, though, so I wonder if they kind of took it offline. But it is funny they named their podcast Straight Talk as well. So hilarious. Never. Tip of the cap, Adam. A tip of the cap. It's a
homage.
It's an homage, or the
right.
flat. What is it? Duplication is the best form of flattery. So, yep. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, but
maybe they'll invite you on to their podcast, Jamie.
Oh, love to get on one of those TV commercials with that Poppy, PG&E Poppy.
We
CEO.
Care about our people. Yeah.
We build our systems with love. So big ad right at the bottom. It says, "Ratepayers do not pay for our advertising." It's like, oh, really? Who does?
Who pays?
Magic money from some. Yeah, on their ads. It cracks me up. Wow. PG&E, they're hilarious. They are, unless you owe them a ton of money, and then not hilarious. But yeah. In any event, we'll wrap it up there.
I've always lived my life. If I'm a day late, I'm expecting the power to get turned off. Like right when I notice, I'm running around the house going, "Wow."
Yep, can't pay it fast enough. But yeah, apparently 20 lots of people can't afford to pay it. So
that is interesting. Yeah. Wow. All right. Thank you, Jamie, for
you're welcome.
Yeah, this episode, great time. If you are listening to us, I appreciate it. You made it to the end. Great job. Jamie's been doing this podcast for years and years and years. Definitely the first solar podcast in the known world. So thank you, Jamie, for giving us your time every week, because there is something going on in the land of solar every week. So if you have a question for Jamie for an upcoming episode, you can go to our Facebook page, Straight Talk Solarcast. Send us a message through there. And if you'd like to check out a library of our past episodes, go to solarharmonics.com, click on the podcast link at the top of the page, and you'll be taken to that library. Finally, if you have a friend considering going solar, this is a great podcast to let them know about, because they will learn something, and it's only 15 minutes, and what they will learn will end up saving them thousands upon thousands of dollars over the life of their system. What better friend is that? We always ask, and I never have a better answer than, I don't know. Until next time, everyone. See you.
That's all for now. Thank you for listening to this episode of Straight Talk Solarcast with solar expert Jamie Duran. Join us each week for more answers to your solar questions. Speaking of questions, got some? Email us at solarcast@solarharmonics.com, and we'll be sure to give you an answer in an upcoming episode. This episode of Straight Talk Solarcast is brought to you by Solar Harmonics, the leading solar energy developer in Northern California, who invite you to own your energy. Visit them on the web at www.solarharmonics.com.